When we are operating out of ego, we are already at a deficit because there is no magic in the ego. Where magic and miracles happen are when you are in the present moment, when you are deeply trusting life. And it's hard to deeply trust life when you have feelings of innate unsafety or scarcity, or feeling like you are obligated to act and to move, or else the underlying belief is that you are unsafe. You are unsafe. You are unsafe. We grow up in a society that tells us that we are something when we move, when we act, when we do. And that's what we prove our worth off of. We're worthy when we get all the things. We're not worthy when we sit back. We're not worthy innately. And this keeps us blocked and in the mind. And also a lot of times disconnected from the body. I'm not saying that you are not supposed to act, that you are not supposed to do. You write the book if you want to, create the businesses if you want to, but that's not defining who you are on a soul level. That isn't who you truly are. And my invitation for you today is to focus on, and what we're going to be talking about is focusing on healing your innate wounds, your core wounds that keep you out of the true power of love. Okay, so before we get into it, my name is Grace Moralia. I specialize in trauma healing and subconscious reprogramming, focusing on healing inner child wounds, past life wounds, generational trauma wounds, collective wounds, so that you can connect to your true self and live a life of purpose. If you're interested in working with me, you can schedule a consultation call below at any time. And also, please like and subscribe if you like my energy. Comment below to boost me in the algorithm. That would be really helpful for me if this was helpful, so that I can get my work out there to more people. So, I was talking with a client earlier about this, how when we feel unsafe in our bodies, which many of us do, when you are in fight or flight, when you feel like you are always having to do, when you are a perfectionist, when you are hard on yourself or judging yourself, okay, all of those energies perpetuate fear. They cause you to act out of fear, to act out of control. These lower vibrational states of being that are in the human consciousness. And we're not shaming them. At a time, those did serve. If you have an issue with scarcity beliefs, or you have an issues with control of your life, and you want to be in control, you know, those mechanisms did serve you for a period of time in your life. That's the reason why they exist. Maybe in childhood, you did adopt some controlling mechanisms because it helped keep you safe in your core environment. Whatever the reason is why you have these things that are keeping you in that fear space, it's time for you to rewire them. It's time for you to change the story. And how do you change the story? I invite you to feel. I invite you to feel deeper. And what I mean is, what is the feeling that lives underneath your lack of safety? What is the core feeling that lives underneath you seeking to prove yourself or seeking to control your life? What is the feeling? What is the need? Anytime that we have a belief that is hindering us, a pattern that is hindering us, a trauma that is hindering us, and I know a lot of people don't really resonate with the word trauma, but it's a great word to use to describe things that are blocking us, things that are keeping us in cycles. What is underneath the pattern? What is the need? Understand that it has a need. That's why it's playing itself out. It has a need. If you can sit with it and be with yourself and uncover, and I invite you to get a piece of paper and a pen and write out, what does this pattern need from me? What is the underlying emotion? Because this then brings your subconscious into the conscious and puts the power back in your hands, so that the power is not in the wound anymore. As soon as you sit in the driver's seat of your life, it's good to realize that you can take more control of your life by healing, by releasing, by getting into your wounds. When you see that the scarcity just has an unmet need underneath, that the control has an unmet need underneath, you can start utilizing love, the most powerful force that we have available, love. What do I mean by this? It taps into a concept of self-love, and it taps into the concept of reparenting, both of which I teach you very much in depth in my one-on-one coaching programs. This falls under the bracket of my transformative healing techniques. And kind of touching in a little bit about these is when you are healing, when you are releasing, you are actually just giving your wounds what they needed in the first place. So let's say, for example, you are a 4-year-old self who had parents who couldn't meet your emotional needs, so therefore you felt invalidated in who you were. And so you found that what gave you the love that you thought was love, which could be a little bit of a distorted version of love. Let's say what gave you that, why did I just lose it? Was proving yourself, was seeking validation. You maybe were breadcrumbed, or you would get validation when you did more from them. Just take this as an example. You're going to grow up with these mechanisms of feeling like you aren't seen anyways. So it's going to put you in a place where you feel like the more that you do, the more love you'll receive, the safer that you are. And that's a collective wound. Because what if you stopped right now and you sat with yourself and you validated yourself? Would you be unsafe anymore? Because what is the wound running from? What is the pattern running from? Itself. We are running from ourselves. And the power of healing, power of reprogramming, is we are choosing not to operate in the same debilitating reality that keeps us playing in the field of our lives from this lack of empowerment. Because let's say you sat with your unmet need and you decided to work with yourself and validate what you felt and bring in the energy of love. And what I mean is, you sit with your wound and you validate it, quite simply. It's deep, and it's not simple, it's complex, but being laid out, it is simple. I validate you, wound. I validate that you didn't feel safe. It's about pausing and being with yourself and saying, I validate that you feel this way. I validate that you feel this way. I am going to give you safety through my loving presence. My presence heals my body. My presence heals my unsafety, my sense of unsafety. My presence, my self-love, my validation, because validation can only come from within. Lasting validation is only from within. Never forget that. My validation comes from within, so therefore I validate what I feel, and through that validation, I heal. Feel it to heal it. Why it goes into reparenting that I teach in my practice is that you are reparenting the part of you that didn't receive what it needed at the time, whether that be childhood, whether that be past life. You know, the deeper you go, the deeper you go. There are many things that seem like they are from childhood but stem from a deeper soul wound of past lives. So whatever you're feeling, wherever it's from, I'm not as interested in the story as much as I am you giving it presence, you giving it healing, you giving it love, and validating it so that it can change form. What blocks people a lot from self-love are our wounds, are our beliefs, are our fragmentations. When we begin to deepen our healing journey, we pull our soul fragmentations back inwards and transmute them. And then we're like, oh, wait, I released what's blocking me from loving myself. Therefore, I naturally am letting the true love of my being emerge, because it does. It naturally emerges. So, my practice for you is to begin validating your wounds deeper. Instead of trying to escape the feelings of controlling your life, feeling unsafe in your life, trying to prove yourself as examples, proving yourself worthy. I want to invite you into presence with yourself, presence with your wounds. And watch the magic that happens through those spaces. You're not escaping yourself. You're coming deeper into yourself so that you can heal these patterns. Patterns are cycles. They are circles. They want to be completed. But you can't complete them unless you see them, accept them, validate them. Which is what I share in my one-on-one coaching programs through my transformative healing techniques. A lot of it is healing these wounds by completing them, by completing the cycle, the circle. Watch what you're finding on the other side of this through your healing. Watch who you become. You become a stronger, better person for the world, for your family, for your relationships, for your kids, for your lovers, for your job, for your purpose. Everything becomes better because you become more of you. That's what you want. That's what you're searching for. That freedom you're searching for is you. You want you. You want you more than anything. And you need to give yourself permission to come home to you, to feel you, to validate you, so that you can return home. No one from your past, no one from your present, and no one from your future contains the keys that you need to unlock the truth of your heart. People help you. People mirror you. People can love you into higher states of wholeness, but only you know you. And so only you can grant that to yourself by showing up. Showing up. Showing up for you. Show up for your wounds. Know that you can get out of lack of safety. You can come into trust, but you need to do the deeper healing work. You need to do the deeper healing work. You need to know the tools. You need to show up for the tools. You need to have someone guide you into your highest version of self. You need someone to reflect back to you how to get there. It takes time. And hopefully this video helps open up for you how to get there. Hopefully you can feel my frequency beyond my words, feel the intention beyond my words. It's time to let go of the old and make space for the new. So if you're ready to do that, go ahead and sign up for a consultation call. We will go into your unique situation and help you create your highest formula and blueprint for your healing, for your releasing. Please like and subscribe. Let me know if this was helpful in the comments. I look forward to connecting more with you, and I hope you have a great day.